Remember Socrates? You know that guy? Anybody know who Socrates is? He wrote at one point, he said, you don't know what you don't know? Well, guess what? That's what the title is today in our sermon, and is, no one knows about the day or the hour, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father knows. As it was in the day of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in that day, before the flood, people were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage, and up to the day of Noah entered the ark, they knew nothing. I remember working with some guy, and I was doing the best I could, and he turned to me and he said, you know what, you know nothing. Everybody ever have that done? Somebody tell you that you know nothing? Well, I told him I know a lot, but anyhow. About what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be in the coming of the Son of Man. 2 men will be in the field, and one will be taken and the other left. 2 women will be grinding with the hand mill. One will be taken, the other left. Therefore, you watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of a house had known at what time night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. You don't know what you don't know. You don't. You know, when we want to learn to do something, and I had an opportunity a couple of weeks ago, we had one of the neighbors come over, and he was going to help out with some of the renovations down there in Florida, and Jim came over, and we were talking a little bit, and I said, you want to help us with cutting up some wood? He goes, no. What do you mean, no? He said, when I was in grade 7, and they took me to the wood shop, and they were going to teach me all about wood, I told them, no, you're not. I don't want to know. And the teacher said, go to the office. So he goes down to the office. Now, Jim is a little character at times. He said, I went into the principal's office, and the principal said, what's going on? He said, I don't want to take woodwork. I don't want to know anything about wood. Just put me in any other class than the woodworking class. And he says, okay, where would you like to go? He says, oh, just put me in with the girls. But we don't know what we don't know. And I guess I should get my notes out, right? So that I know where I'm going. Listen to this. There is a holy way. There is a holy way. Walk in the way of God's heart and expect the unexpected. That's what this passage is telling us about. Isn't that amazing? It's telling us to expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. And we can do that. And we can do that. You know what? I'm going to tell you about what you don't know. Everybody knows that Advent, which starts next Sunday, and this is a lead up to next Sunday, so you know what's coming. There are 4 words. What are the 4 words? Joy. It's right there. Hey, how do you like the new sign? Isn't that pretty good? We saw that at the store down in Florida, and Deborah says, that's going to church. I said, really? Yeah. And friends of ours were leaving the next day, and we put it in their van, and away it went. And when I got home, they came over and they deposited all this stuff that Deborah bought because she needed it. And I took it out of the box this morning. Joy. What's the other 3? Peace. Hope. Love. Okay? You know which order they go in. Don't worry about it. You don't need to know. Because you'll experience them when you come. But But I'm going to teach you about what you don't know. This passage tells us. Because Advent is the time that we prepare ourselves for the coming of Jesus. And I know ladies, when they have babies, you had this just last year, right? When son was born, you took hold of him and you look into his eyes for the first time. When you look into the eyes of your son for the first time, there's just something there, isn't there? Something amazing. And it is there. And no, your wife knows, but she's out taking care of Isaac. We know those experiences. I know them because I was there when my two daughters were born, and I looked at the baby as she came by me, because she's not going to Dad first. She's always going to go to, yeah, Mom. And I looked at my wife's face, and I had a vision of what it's going to be like to look into Jesus. And that's what we do. 4 weeks of Advent. Coming up to Christmas. We got 3 services at Christmas. You knew that, right? Sunday before, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. Here's what you don't know. We don't know when He comes into our lives. He just shows up. There is something that happens in our life. Could be where we are, could be the people we're talking to, it could be where we're sitting alone and just saying, there's a lot of guys and girls, there's a lot of people in this world that say, God, if you're there, you've got to show me you're there. Whew. You haven't done that, try it. I was talking to somebody recently, and they went somewhere. And they didn't know whether they should be there or not. And all of a sudden, she said, if we're supposed to be here, show me a snowy owl. Right?
Yes.
And within a minute, what happened? Snowy owl came right down. We don't know when God's going to show up, but He does show up. I have feelings at different times when I'm looking towards something and all of a sudden it's there, and I go, wow. And God is, I can envision God sitting off by the side, and He's got His arms crossed, and He's going, yep, that was me. We don't know when that happens. It just happens. Here's the other thing. We don't know when He is coming back. Anybody know? Did you know that the Pharisees knew when Jesus was coming? They knew. They knew the date that He was going to show up, because all the prophecies in the Old Testament led to one day. And guess what? They missed it. I guess they were out for a ball game, having hot dogs and fries. But do you know who showed up? 3 wise men show up who aren't even Jewish. They were Zoroastrian followers, who looked at the stars and the moon and the planets and everything and how it came together. And they showed up to see Jesus. Because they knew. Because we're all looking for somebody. We're all looking for somewhere to go when we're finished here in this world. And we don't know when Jesus is coming. Here's the third thing. This is a first for me. I usually don't do things in threes because I hated it when I was a kid. But I got 3 things here. We don't know when we will be the ones to go get Him. We don't know. Nobody knows. I talked with a friend of mine recently. They've been told that they have a certain length of time. And we sat and talked about it, and we said, what is worse, knowing when it's going to happen or not knowing? You know what Billy Graham said? He said, I'm not afraid of dying, I'm just afraid of how it's going to happen. You know, the strongest person in our North America that we thought, he had faith beyond anything I know personally. I'm not afraid of dying, but I'm not sure of how it's going to happen. You see, he could either come or we could go to him. We don't know. None of us knows. The thing is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready today to all of a sudden? And I just read about somebody recently. What's his name? Ernest Shackleton. Anybody know who that is? Oh, am I dating myself or what? Anybody here older than me? That's what I thought. One. Jewel and me are in the same boat, and she doesn't know who Shackleton is. But Ernest Shackleton was one of the British guys who decided that they were going to go to the Antarctic and go to the South Pole because the North Pole had already been had. So he decided to go there. Well, Enterprise, interestingly enough, was the name of the ship. And they got stuck in the ice. And the ice crushed the boat. They all got off the boat. They drifted for days on end until they got to Elephant Island. And when he got there, they set up, because they got all the stuff off the boat before it went down. And they got to Elephant Island and they set up a camp there. And they were there for a long time. This is in 1914 to 1917. That's how long this expedition took because of the crushing of the ship. And he finally decided that the only way they're going to get out of here is if a small group will go and get help. And Shackleton went himself. He left the second mate in charge of 26 men, or 27 that stayed there. And he went off. He didn't get back for 2 years. He did everything he could, and he got back. And when he got back, they were all packed and ready to go. And he said, how did you know I was going to be here? They said, because you said you were coming back. Every morning we packed up and we were ready. Are you packed up? Are you ready? Because that's what it's about. That's what Advent's about. Jesus is coming, and we're going to look into those eyes for the first time this year. Maybe for some of us. But Shackleton showed up. Jesus is going to show up. God's going to show up. I don't know what happened in their lives for 2 years sitting on the ice. But every morning after breakfast, they packed up, ready to go. For 2 years. I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing. We all have stuff in our homes, don't we? Could you pack all that stuff up and be ready to go tomorrow morning? You see, we need to get rid of the stuff and get close to God. Because that's all we need. We don't need stuff. You know, I had my grandson. He went to Japan. He had an amazing time in Japan. He ended up within 3 months he could speak the language. And he still cared. And he was there, and he said, nobody has anything there. I go, wait a minute, they work and they make money. Yeah, but they don't buy stuff. Because they only have this much room. My daughter went to Japan to visit them. She got a hotel room. Half the size of my office was the hotel room. You had to step over the bed to get to the bathroom, and the bathroom was like a closet. The parents James stayed with the family. The family came. They came here to Canada to visit their daughter, who was staying with my daughter, and James. And I talked to them. I said, my daughter told me about this. Is this all true? He says, yeah. He said, we don't go out and buy, new furniture or new this or new that or whatever. We get little things because we only have a little amount of space. I said, like what? He said, well, every year I get my wife a new diamond ring. Ladies, don't get any ideas, okay? It's not going to happen. We get each other little things. Things that are significant to us. And God decided that there was something significant that we needed, and He gave it to us in the person of His Son. All the things that we don't know. And I wrote this down. We don't know those things. All this means is not just what we don't know, but that we deal with what we do know, and that is how close we are to Him. Christmas is coming. The kids are going to be asked. Well, your son's not going to ask it. Just wait. They're going to ask. We're going to ask. I said to Deborah when I was down in Florida, I said, Deborah, what do you want for Christmas? She said, I want a screwdriver. I couldn't believe it was her. What it was is one of the fellows that was working there had one of these little screwdrivers. They look like a gun. And you push the top of it and it goes forward. You push the bottom of the button and it goes backwards. She said, I want one of those. She says, when you're up in Canada, I'm down here. I need a screwdriver. I don't want to do it by hand anymore. I'm old. No, she didn't say that. I said that. Don't tell her I told you. She wants a screwdriver. Do you know what I want? I want everyone here, including myself, to get closer to Jesus this Christmas, because Christmas is about Jesus. Right? But I know that each one of us also has somebody that they know that doesn't know God the way we do. I want you to bring them. Because in the next 4 weeks, we're going to talk about getting close to God. Last night, I used the same phrase that I've used so many times, that the closer we get to God, the smaller our shadow will be. Did you see that movie the other night? It was amazing. He put that, we didn't ask for it, but He put it up there for us to look at. And if you come to me afterwards, and I'll show you the pictures on my phone, when I was down in Florida, I took sunrises, not sunsets, sunrises, because the sky was yellow. You ever seen a yellow sky? Doesn't happen often, does it? Amazing. Because God decided that I was going to be looking, and He wanted to have a nice picture for me to look at. And He's sitting there with His arms crossed, and He goes, that was me. That's the one we want to know better. Let's pray. Father, I don't know how close we are. I can only imagine in my mind how close I am to you. But I want to be closer. I want to be so close that I can hear you breathe. That I can hear every time you breathe in and breathe out. Because I know you try to get close to me and listen to me breathing in and out. That's what Christmas is. And that's what we need. So give us what we need today and every day, that we may glorify you every day and all day. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.